Hey guys, Eric here from MarketGod Trading. Quick walkthrough for you guys on really how to get started once you've purchased the indicator. This has been such a cool project for me, and I appreciate your support. If you're watching this, hopefully it's because you just purchased it and you're looking for access to the MarketGod indicator itself. So I'll just walk you through that process real quick, kind of get you started on what you need, and kind of show you how it's done. So that way, if you understand what gaps I kind of have in my system, or the reasons behind them, we can kind of go from there. Cool. So going to, let's just say, walking through the buying process, right? How do I do this? Once you buy the indicator, we're just going to do the whole thing, just in case anyone wants to see it or hasn't seen it yet. We're going to go ahead and just pay normal checkout here. It should take you to this page, discount. I do this all manually, so whatever inconsistencies there are, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure you have access to it. So, if there's anything I need to do to improve it, I'm always open to suggestions as well. It's been a project for me now for 1.5 years, and it's a lot more than I thought it would be in terms of managing it. But aside from that, it's been an awesome experience. So check it out. Apple Pay. Cool. So when you're doing your contact info, just use for the contact info a email address that I can contact you at for admin purposes. I have no intent to market. I'm not going to give your info away, whatever. I really just need to reach you somehow. I would like your first name. A lot of you don't always have to give it to me. And then let's go ahead and put that in there and block that out. Continue payment. Pay by PayPal. You can pay by credit card. If you want to pay by crypto, that was an option back on the checkout page. I can do that in another video if anyone wants, but here, let's complete the order. Do that, log in. Oh, it's doing this to me. Okay. It's the little things in life, like getting your passwords right, that matter, huh? It's because I am the seller. Okay, let's do this right. Okay, so processing the order. Boom. Notice it redirected me straight to the user registration. Bear with me for this part, and then we'll get to the fun part, guys. So, like I said, I need your first name. The first one I said when I wanted your name was just for the payment info. This one is for the Tradingview registration. So, please fill out an email that works. Also, when you get to the Tradingview username, it is imperative that you use one that works in this case sensitive. So use the one you want access for. If you change your account later, let me know. Mine, let's just go with TV MarketGod because that's the one we're going with for now. So it's going to submit that and then agree to the terms. Basically, I'm not liable for you. Cool. So there's the welcome message, and then a few of the resources available to you also get delivered by email. So here's the order, and then I'll show you what it looks like on my side of things. So when I go into Chrome, show you guys here on kind of where I get it. So your form that you just submitted, it's going into a lot of different places, and specifically the username is coming right to here. Whereas currently I just cleaned up a lot of duplicates, so now we're just at 2000. Here is my name. I just submitted it right. Okay, I've got all these other things here that I use administratively. What happens is I go to Tradingview. I have a computer that's running this automation elsewhere, right? And so what it's doing is managing my users, and so 2000 there. I come back here, got 2158. cleans that up. But basically the automation will take that username, it puts it in here, and goes and adds you. So TV MarketGod would have permission. Now, take note here because this is what happens is if the whatever automation I'm running doesn't work up here, I have to go and do it manually, but I don't always know if the form was submitted. So hence the hopefully it's 5 to 10 minutes to add you. That's the goal. But if it's been longer than that, even if it's a couple hours, send me an email with the receipt of your purchase here and send it to me at admin@marketgod.io, and then we can add you to the tool. So moving onwards, going back here, now that I've purchased MarketGod, let's add it to the chart simply by coming up here, go to indicators. I'm on tradingview.com/chart. Go to the public indicator library. This is where you see everything you have permission to. So if you have permission to MarketGod, here, like when I go to this one, and this is the MarketGod X account. See how my invite only just has these two because I made it. Mine has a lot more on King Thies, but go ahead and add the one that makes the most sense for you. The ones that are current are MarketGod X, the study, and the strategy. So we're going to add the study, and here it's going to come straight to MarketGod itself. This is MarketGod X squared, versioning 0.9, if I'm being exact. That was a fun thing I did this week. Starting with the MarketGod menu. So a couple things to know. When you're using MarketGod, the higher the time frame, the more accurate your sources, the more accurate the indicator will be. So basically, if I'm on the 3-week period, it doesn't matter what market. So Bitcoin here, you can be on traditional markets, Forex, commodities, whatever. If I'm on the 3-week or 2-week, and I get a 2-week buy at the same time on the 1 day, I'm getting a 1-day sell. It's going to be a buy. Just know that it will come down a little bit and then rip upwards, basically. Bottom line is that let's go to the lower frames here because I know a lot of lower frames are trading. Dang, that volume is impressive. So here's MarketGod X squared down here. Let's say it's not performing well. So historically speaking, I've included other options for users because honestly, over 2,000 people are enjoying MarketGod, and so that's a thing where people like different versions. Every time I release something, people liked something else, so I get it. The exact specifics are, I can add them, but MarketGod v7.2.6, MarketGod v6.3, 5.3, 4.1, 3.0, 2.2, 1.0. What does that mean? Well, basically every version when I built it was supposed to be a successor to the other. So when I started with MarketGod v1, this is what it was. A lot more noise. Some people actually prefer that. I think maybe on like the 1 minute or 3 minute, they enjoy that. The only difference now is that there's the filter, but I'll get to that in a second. So that then went to MarketGod v2, which again you'll see is lower in frequency. MarketGod v3. So each one was supposed to build off the previous. It ended up becoming a thing where every version has a different buy and sell criteria entirely, like different components, different everything. So like V1, it's an EMA, a KDJ, a MACD, and a Bollinger Band combo. Compared to X squared or V7, and compared to V8 even, which is coming, I would say that MarketGod has changed entirely. Not only in its programmatic ability, but also in just how I structure it. So here, I'll even show you on a program level as fast as I can, so that way you guys aren't stealing from me. If I go to the source scripts and I go to TV, actually I can just do it here on mine. So honestly, here's MarketGod v1. So see how basic that is? Pretty short, right? Now, let's change that. And let's see what MarketGod VX looks like, or the current one. And at one point, I had a V something that was like 600 lines. So point is, it's changed over time. I have the other ones on here in case people want to use it, my older users, but bottom line, if you want to use the most current, what I think is my most accurate, use MarketGod X squared, and it's going to be MarketGod V7 is also accompanying, going to be in the more accurate part. Now, MarketGod V7 is where I introduced the chop filter, and now it happens I've applied the chop filter to every version of MarketGod that is here in the script. So what you're going to do is you have this, you have each, basically on a scale of 1 to 9, 1,000 I think is what I've done. But basically it's an EMA length, right? So it's not going to have much, it's not going to be very accurate down there. I use it from 1 to 30-ish, depending on what I'm doing. And then, that's going to be a lot of the accuracy that I see. MarketGod X squared, same kind of thing. The filter works on that as well. The bottom line is that you find the one that you like. When you set the alerts for it, it should work the way you want it to, and everything should be in sync there. I'm pretty sure I've worked out basically every bug in the alert system. So let's say you want to trade even on MarketGod X squared, and I go to 9. On the lower frames, I recommend going lower. On the higher frames, go higher. That would be it. I would recommend you can change the settings here. If I don't want to see buy sell, I can change it, and it's just the crowns. Or you can change it to long short. You can also just go to none, and then turn on the alert highlights. Basically, it's going to give you an alert the same way and show it to you on your chart, but if you want to add other things to it, you can do it. That just is fine. To style it and change the styles, you can change different colors of everything. I won't mess with it too much right now, but basically, bottom line, if I want to change the colors, I can. Change that there. Color one is green. And okay. And yeah, so another surprise I included on the last release was a Ichimoku God, which is the Ichimoku derived alternative to MarketGod. It was a completely different release of mine on a private level back in March of 2019. And it's still a buy sell indicator, but it's driven completely by the Ichimoku trading strategy itself that I've kind of built and derived together itself. This was a request from a lot of users. I was going to make it a separate thing that people have to buy because it's not technically a MarketGod, indicator. But hence I renamed it to Ichimoku God, and I felt bad for not ever responding to people on Discord, so I made it free for everyone. Same thing. I've made it so the filter works here now too. I know it didn't when it first released last week. The way that someone asked me how to respond to these signals, and without trying to be an ass, I did try to respond appropriately. It says buy and sell, so interpret that as you think you need to. This bought at 11,000 or 10,000, and now we're at 13,000 a day. So it's not going to be the most accurate thing in the world. Here's a buy and sell that we're completely off. That's my livelihood I'm trying to fix. But I'll let you know when I get there. Trust me, you will know. In the meantime, use X squared accordingly. I think it is the most accurate tool I've ever built, the best indicator on Tradingview by far in terms of buy and sell indicators. And it is the most affordable option for the value you get on it instantly. I recently took a few spreadsheets and was doing, working through them entirely. Here is what I was working on earlier today. Filtering out on the scale of 1 to 30 for chop setting, every indicator and its accuracy looks like MarketGod X squared is the best, as I can tell. Other than that, yeah, that is how everything works. So if you have any questions, let me know. Comment below or just ask me on email, admin@marketgod.com.